things could start taking an uptick for Virginia, despite the poor start to the season.
Well, the task gets a little tougher with Northwood, and that's why. One pass, one shot, one goal for Northwood.
Well, hello. Good start here, Northwood. Pretty simple, just off the wall to Buddy. That's a goal. Can't ask for much more than that.
That's simple and frustrating for if you're Virginia getting started on the kickoff and having the ball immediately sail into your net. Typically not how you like to draw it up. Knox is left in the back wall, but he grabs the rebound before Freeze can get there. Here's Knox is on the next push. Oh, and Buddy gets in the way of Justin Cap. We have seen some highlight performances from Justin Cap in previous weeks. Now, if he can start finding the mark, finding some space, that could do some damage for Virginia. Well, Virginia starting to get the better of possession, but just haven't been able to find anything on the backboard. And a quick transition from Buddy and Knox's. Ambrosia couldn't keep it going. It'll be taken away by Freeze.
I was liking that first push, and typically what I would expect to see here with Ambrosia stepping in instead of Pirates. Generally, any team that... Oh, is he going to score? That's off the wall. Any team that tends to make a roster swap, you tend to expect a slight decrease in offensive production. Obviously, you can expect them to be in position when, it's high percentage plays on offense where you've really got the pressure going and not a lot of risk involved, but generally teams will tend to play a little bit safer in that midfield, so maybe a little bit extra opportunity on offense than you might normally expect from Virginia, as Knox is going to catch Justin Cap, hand in the cookie jar at the midfield line.
Yeah, Knox is grabbing this ball in midfield, and it's Justin Cap who... He's thinking Freeze is going to get that challenge. No reason to not think it based on what he was seeing, but, Knox's was just so quick to the ball, Freeze couldn't get a handle on it soon enough.
Strong start for Northwood. Currently not seeming to have lost a step, as Ambrosia dangerously close to being on time to go for that shot off the ceiling. But I really am looking forward to seeing if Virginia really gets an opportunity to sink their teeth in on offense, as Knox is supplying off-ball pressure on Freeze on the goal line, able to still dodge the demo, get up and make that clear.
Oh yeah, the few times they've gotten to the blue half, though, they've been immediately transitioned and put back into the orange. So another challenge up against Ambrosia, but he wins the ball cleanly for Buddy, who sweeps right back around, and Ambrosia comes right back in on the rotation. Kicks it hard out with some space. Quick off the boost. Got underneath, but didn't get the flip reset. Still got the challenge win. He almost made it work. And Buddy gets over top of Freeze. Northwood might get the third goal here. Knox pushes it back to the corner.
That really was a pretty scrappy approach there from Ambrosia, all kicked off by, like you said, he caught that ball quite hard as he took it to himself up off the sidewall, and kind of showcasing how quickly you can get out of control when you're going for those solo plays if you don't have the proper application of force applied to that ball. Ambrosia just missing the double flip reset. But
yeah,
currently
was that a double?
Cruising. I think it was close. I think he got the first one, but I couldn't tell you without, really zooming in and backing up the time to let me go and watch it one more go.
Yeah, I was sitting pretty wide on that one. I couldn't tell at first. Another pass in front. Nobody from Virginia could get to this ball, and Buddy steals it in the net. Third goal for Northwood.
Security here from Buddy. Ambrosia just applying the pressure. That's what we were talking about. These nice high percentage plays where there's not a lot of downside. The defense really isn't not in position to go and challenge Ambrosia on that back corner, so the people behind them are going to be jammed up close to the box. Able to apply that extra pressure and get that third goal, and haven't seemingly lost a step so far.
Not really any sweat for Northwood. On the Virginia side, they just haven't been able to get to these balls. Even in the close challenges, they aren't even getting more than, I'd say, a quarter of the ball on those challenges. Even if it's in midfield, like Knox's, one of his goals was just off a clean challenge that Freeze never got to. And the other one was from Ambrosia, who beat, I believe it was Andrew to the ball earlier, but a nice skip for Freeze and a good shot from Justin Cap will put Virginia back on the board.
Real nice recovery here from Virginia after Andrew not nailing that one. Still, Freeze, proper placement on that ball. Get it close to the net. Make sure it bounces back middle. No need to throw away the opportunity. You still got one. And well done, Justin Cap, to be in time. Turn that one in. Fake kickoff here from Virginia. Pass to Andrew, and look at Ambrosia breaking up the transition. Justin Cap was on the left side getting set. Ambrosia, he knew exactly what to expect on that kickoff. Threw off the timing of that.
And Andrew got the bump on the Noxus, but he didn't kick him as far as he had hoped because Noxus just got kicked right back into the back wall and was right in position to defend the next push over. Now Buddy takes control from midfield. Double! What a top! The block from Freeze, he didn't get credit for it, but it looked like it bounced off his car. Ambrosia shot, he's down the corner! He snuck it in, and Northwood are walking away with it.
It's Andrew. I mean, he's floating in goal trying to figure out where to position himself because he knows Northwood's coming, and when he finally gets his wheels back under him, he sees Ambrosia coming from his left side, which means the shot's going to favor the right side of the net. So Andrew's positioned back towards that middle of the net to give himself options both ways, and Ambrosia able to go across his body, get it into the near side. Beautiful shot.
Sometimes you see players in that position, they're able to adjust in time to get to that save, but that was just one of those moments where
it's just too deep.
Everything was going wrong,
and
going
too
the wrong way.
awkward.
Yeah. Northwood play on, but these remaining 30 seconds on Manfield, a formality. And Virginia, they started to get things figured out, but just a lack of offensive output has prevented them from really being able to force Northwood to play defense, despite getting 6 shots on net. He sent Freeze to the sky. Oh my goodness!
It didn't matter.
Be a cool feature. You know, what'd be a cool feature, Achieves?
What's that?
Is if you hit somebody so hard on a bump, where like just enough where it wouldn't demo them, but then they just get blown through the wall, like and they just fly through the wall, and then like they have to respawn. You know how cool that would be? Anyways,
that would be a very cool animation. I can see it in my head.
Yeah.
It's we call those environmental demos at that point. I mean.
Environmental demos. Yo, okay. All right. I like that. I like where we're going with that. We can workshop it. But Northwood take first game on Manfield. And Virginia, I was hoping to see some more poise in the second half of that game just to start to get loose, but they never really found a way in.
Yeah, it started off quite well for Virginia. I was like, okay, they're coming out there, swinging as hard as they can, reasonably be expected to against Northwood. Of course, that defense stingy as ever, and even though able to put together some solid pressure, that quickly evaporated. I mean, Northwood, well played, Ambrosia. You're looking good here to start things off coming in for Pirates.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like they've lost a step. Ambrosia filling in just as Northwood need him to. And Andrew, no chance getting at the ball, and Knox has almost got that rebound. Ambrosia will kick it forward. Knox takes it by. Northwood, swiftly moving their way out. Buddy will almost get the goal, but Andrew smacks it away at the last second and moves back to the blue half.
Ambrosia's off the ceiling. Oh, okay. I was expecting the world's sickest play I've ever seen. And
I mean, when every touch was going the way it was, like, why not?
I was ready for it, man. I was gearing up for Ambrosia to hit, like, the highlight pass of his career, and then he just peeled off the play, and I'm like, oh, come on, man.
Like, look, if you're going to have to stand in, make the one match you're going to play and count. Go for pre-jumps. Go for the flip resets. He went for the double flip reset earlier. I love it. I love going for the style plays. Why not? His buddy takes control again here for Northwood.
Good start here still for Virginia. At least kind of equalizing pressure, and the right approach there from Justin Cap. Stick it close to your nose on your way out. Give yourself possession. Force Northwood to come and take it from you.
Now, Northwood have been forced to stretch a lot laterally, and the challenges haven't been as forthcoming. And up high is Freeze. The shot forces Ambrosia up for the save. Andrew kicks it back around. Knox is trying to find it, but he can't. Justin Cap forced to stay on the ground as Northwood transition yet again. Freeze stops him hard, and now Justin Cap will move back downfield.
I was kind of wondering if Andrew was going to feel brave enough to risk jumping for that floater. Unfortunately, he peeled off the play right there. He let Noxus go up. I guess Andrew couldn't go for it. He saw Noxus in time, so Andrew actually making the right play, but losing track of Buddy in the process after seeing that weaker touch from Noxus and got beat on the second go-around.
That's really killing Virginia,
Does he
isn't
have
it?
that? No.
Almost, though. But, like, that's really killing Virginia. Like, these pickoffs. I almost call it a pick pass, but it's not a pick pass. It's just Northwood picking a favorable challenge in the middle of Virginia's rotation and just winning it. Like, Buddy is just a half step ahead of the next challenge, and he gets the goal.
Yeah, Buddy's kind of just camped out there, and he's playing Justin Cap, and as soon as he sees Justin Cap peel off that ball, he knows he at least has a free run to the ball, even if he has to fight for it, and he's just the faster one there.
So, things get a little harder for Virginia. They just haven't had what I would call consistent possession at all in this match. Oof. They've just been met with consistent challenges like that. And how do you contend with that? One of your teammates gets demoed as well, so Freeze was left alone for a little bit. Now Andrews respawned, and he can take this challenge, but he can't even get back to the ball.
Good touch from Buddy. Gave the chance for the demo to materialize, but Noxus making the disciplined play, not committing too early, just because he was so far back, and finally a chance here for Virginia to flex the muscles a little bit. We'll see how long it lasts.
Maybe not too long. Strong side of the field for Northwood. Buddy will kick this up. Justin Cap grabs the ball. But nothing really threatening just yet. Andrew just gets kicked off of that last challenge. They do break out to the blue half, but can they actually get some shots on net? Justin Cap throws the ball back down to midfield, but his whole team was back on the right-hand side, still grabbing boost.
Yep, there's your problem, and now they have to, or now you really enter the fight for possession mode, and thankfully Buddy himself was deep and lets Justin Cap come through. He's getting real aggressive, but they sneak the play through. Ambrosia's just got to get around this one. It's off the bar. Too much of a stretch for him to finish the job. And thankfully, Virginia keep the deficit at 2, even if it wasn't by their own merit.
They'd like to split that lead right here. When Ambrosia gets the steal, avoids Andrew. Now gets over Freeze. Ambrosia almost does it himself, but he sets up Buddy for the post, and that is
transition
ruined for Northwood, and they can't hit the open net. Freeze rushed it, sets up Justin Cap. Buddy can't get there. Where's the third man? There he is! Connected!
Missed.
Andrew gets the goal, finally! Virginia breakthrough.
Freeze couldn't reach that first one. The pass a little quick for him, and Noxus, he's actually on time. He jumped so aggressively because he didn't have any boost, and he was pretty much in perfect position, but that timing just didn't work out in his favor. He went straight across the middle of the ball. I mean, he was right there. He just needed Virginia to touch it a half second sooner.
Justin Cap grabbed another one. He's starting to read these challenges in midfield a little bit better. Some renewed energy here from Virginia. Look at Freeze getting up there quickly. Justin Cap coming in for the shot, and it's blocked by Noxus. Buddy gets the follow-up transition for Noxus. Wants to keep it close, but couldn't handle the touch delicately enough, so Ambrosia's going to have to come in.
Buy some time here. Yep, stick it on the air dribble, and look at him manipulate the challenge. He knew he had to let Virginia come to him, and just let him ping it off his car. Sets up Buddy nicely, and that's a beautiful execution. Look at him stall the defender on the backboard with this carry.
That is a perfect catch onto the ground. Look at that. That was so smooth. And one boost in the tank to boot. Well done, Buddy. He's been finding himself on the highlight reel more often these days, hasn't he?
Indeed. And when you're able to really manipulate a defense like that, coming off the ceiling, they have to go up that back wall to defend the shot to the top of the net when they're coming out of the corner. And as soon as you realize that they're not going to have the time, you took it all the way to the floor, and he just turned it into a beautiful scoop and score. What a play.
Virginia still looking for answers, because Forbidden Temple didn't have any. But one more goal for Northwood maybe as Noxus comes off the backboard. No chance. Would have been a fun one. Maybe they get one here. Let's see. What do they got? No, still in the air. Maybe Virginia pick it up. Justin Cap, he's got the read. He missed it, but it's put in by Freeze. One for the road. It wasn't all disaster on Forbidden Temple for Virginia.
This is a sick bounce, and Ambrosia, not entirely sure if he was trying to defend that shot, but either way, he didn't really care if it went in one way or the other, and nice job, Freeze. Way to finish the play, even if it doesn't mean much for the team. Northwood up 2-0 in the series. 8 shots, but I would say definitely a stronger showing for Virginia. 5 shots on the goal, and
they had less shots.
Less shots, but more in line, I would say.
Okay. No, yeah, I wasn't trying to challenge your statement. Just saying.
No, I didn't think you were.
It's interesting that the feeling was, they performed better, but they, hit or they shot at the net less, which is not typically a correlation that we usually assign. But it's fun when it doesn't work out, or when it works out the other way.
It really was Northwood kind of executing, to be honest. It was a couple of great plays that got them into the back of the net. It wasn't really Virginia making any defensive mishaps, I would say. It's just Northwood doing Northwood things on offense.
Well, DFH Stadium is where our next play is, and it might be the last stop for Virginia in this match. We'll find out as Freeze picks it up. He wants to get the first goal. They haven't scored first yet in the match. Ooh, Justin Cap can't put it on, and it's taken away before Andrew can get there.
Buddy, too fast on defense, man. It's not fair. Oh, sick pinch. Thank goodness someone was there for that. Otherwise, that would have been a disaster.
Buddy is a speedy boy, though. I know you and I have been pretty big on Sean from Florida Poly, but, Buddy, he's just a little bit faster behind him.
Whole other can of worms with Buddy.
Oh, Justin Cap was hoping for some boost along the way on that carry. He never got any, but now he got a full tank underneath. Buddy had the read perfect. He's just always ready for whatever they want to throw at him in midfield. No, they're going to try again. There's a little bit of space to work with, but then there's just no real idea about how to break out. The spread on the rotation for Northwood's been pretty good, but this is a breakout that's just immediately taken away by Ambrosia.
Yeah, now they're just trying to see if they can gain enough foothold at that midfield line, and finally it's the boost game that catches up to him. One step too far back. Ambrosia with a demo on the goal line means Justin Cap needs to buy some time. Caught that one heavy off the back wall.
Man, Northwood will not let them have any space. Like, Virginia keep trying to carry this ball. They keep trying to play that small ball, play it laterally, try to force a defender or an attacker up into a bad position. Ooh. But instead they're just taking shots at the net. And there's nothing they can do about it. Northwood are all up in their face. Justin Cap has tried to air dribble that ball out of his half, I don't know how many times, and he's just been denied by everybody on Northwood.
Yeah, they're definitely locked in there. Northwood not being forced to concede any of the boost on the pitch, especially on their own half, and that is leading to them generally having plenty to feel comfortable being aggressive with. Pass out to Ambrosia, and look at the pressure from Buddy on the goal line means Justin Cap has to cover up. Popped off the wall one more time. Northwood circling. Does it materialize into anything?
It doesn't look like it will for now, but the midfield boost is Northwood's. Noxus couldn't grab the ball, but Virginia are just working on such an empty tank that they have to wait for Northwood to push forward. There's nothing left for them to grab. Justin Cap struggling, finally gets by Noxus, then they catch Northwood out. Freeze, flips it over, and there it is. Virginia somehow get out of a scrap to take the lead.
To hang on, Virginia. Nice job even holding off Northwood, and that was a surprising flick from Freeze. Just looking at it from his camera, I mean, he kind of caught it a little bit low, but it came out so fast because that flick was so tight that I don't think anybody on Northwood would have been able to react in time just with how quick that flick came out.
Just with how long they were on defense and like just having to wait for Northwood to pin it onto their back wall.
Yeah.
And Justin Cap's earlier save too. The fact that they turned that into a quick transition, into a nice flick. I mean, like I did not see it happening with how much they were struggling earlier in the orange half.
Well, they get a lead, only 2 minutes left, and they've done a pretty decent enough job holding Northwood from getting too many shots, but minute 45 is a lot of time left on the clock, and we'll see if they can hold on to it.
Now Ambrosia sets up Buddy, who gets a free look in the third, and all three connect, or rather commit, in front of the box for Virginia. They still got to hold off. Ambrosia gets another pass, and there it is. Ambrosia picks them apart off a nice pass from Noxus.
He picked an excellent spot to put this one. I mean, that touch from Noxus out into the middle of the pitch is disgusting because everyone on Virginia is hoping, please hit it towards the backboard because we're not going to be able to stop anything that's out middle.
Yes,
and
please,
Ambrosia,
no more infield passes.
No more infield passes, but they got one, and Ambrosia, like you said, picked them apart.
No Freeze. Oh, he wanted to hit Justin Cap. That might have been a little too risky because Ambrosia just took it back over. Buddy slams into the corner. Oh, Justin Cap might get a breakaway opportunity off that. Buddy right on top of it. Now Andrew in a really bad spot. Freeze racing back. He's going to wait for Andrew's touch. He gets it.
Ooh,
Gets that
another one.
boost. What a pass from Andrew. And Buddy robbed by the crossbar.
Oh, he put a bullet into that crossbar, and Ambrosia, look at him get so aggressive. I was thinking that maybe with the change in players, they might be a little less aggressive in that third man slot, but Ambrosia's the one going out there and diving at him, keeping the pressure going.
Yeah, they're just as creative on offense with these passes. And the aggression, I feel like, is a little more with Ambrosia on the squad. You know, Pirates, they definitely love that passing. They get aggressive sometimes, but Ambrosia's just getting up there, getting into a scrap. Look, he pushed Andrew off the ball and then stole his boost. Oh, Justin Cap missed it. Buddy gets one. He doesn't get the second, but Ambrosia's there, takes it away. Noxus flips it back to the side. Justin Cap gets the clear route, and Andrew might have the break.
Oh, Buddy's in a bad spot. Can't miss that. What a takeaway as Noxus right there for it. That was a dangerous one to handle. Coming under 10 seconds. Ambrosia also caught in a bad spot. Andrew one step too far behind it. Freeze, not the greatest touch. Here comes Northwood at 0 seconds, and I think Buddy might let this one fall. He's actually reading where the clear's going. There's Ambrosia, and he's just a little too late. The timing on the flip. Oh, it was so close.
Oh, Ambrosia couldn't have skipped any faster down there. He knew exactly how that play was going to develop, and the fact that he even got a touch on the ball there was impressive. But we're in overtime on DFH Stadium, and Virginia playing with some renewed purpose, but Ambrosia flicks it right by Andrew, right over Freeze. Justin Cap gets the save, but he got to get back down, and he does to challenge Noxus.
Noxus got to cover this one up, and that's a huge takeaway from Freeze. That was a big chance for Virginia to catch Northwood in a bad rotation right there.
Oh, Virginia. Freeze might have had the net. The ball was given right to him. And Ambrosia wins a big challenge, forces Andrew to play it back over to the corner. And now Virginia got to try again here. It's Freeze, challenge, knocked off the ball. Ambrosia shot. Justin Cap picks up the save. Buddy and Nox is playing this one close on the left side. How do they approach? Well, Freeze forces the challenge against Buddy. Now Nox is up. He beats Justin Cap. Next up is Andrew, but he can't beat him. And Virginia have had a stalwart defense and a massive steal. Can he whip it back around? He can. Justin Cap gets the read off the post. And Freeze can't get the shot. The net's still open. Justin Cap off the post, taken away by Nox's. And somehow Virginia have bottled it.
You get the big takeaway, and then the pass is too hot to handle on that one, and the third man is thinking that it's money, so it's not going to be any issue to put away, and he gets caught off guard as well and misses it. Pass to Freeze, off the crossbar. Knox is going to get a second chance here, and Northwood still don't fall, and thank you, Freeze. Put this one away. You earned it.
Oh, when was it going to end? Oh, it's good we're moving away from DFH Stadium because we're going to need a few rounds to replace the crossbars on both ends of the pitch after that match. Holy! Virginia staying alive.
Dinged, bruised, battered, busted. Huh. That would have been the worst
I think I need some repairs after that one. Woo.
Someone come check my heart and blood pressure. Make sure I'm okay. I was about to lose my mind.
Virginia have to be so happy that they didn't bottle the game after that because they definitely botched that opportunity in front of the net. I mean, that was some uncontrolled chaos. And
you lose one on one of those looks. I mean, the thing that made it so distressing was that it was perfect, right? They 100% caught Northwood shoving. They're like, we're going to win this challenge. We are ready to go. We're going to put you down right here. And they got that big takeaway at the midfield. It was 3-on-0, man. Like,
and the crossbar won.
Crossbar won.
Too many times.
Thank you, Northwood. Crossbar Rocket League.
Yeah. Crossbar Rocket League bringing you the action since 2017. Or really, if you want to look beyond CRL, 2015.
It never fails.
What a pass. Dude, Ambrosia, what a pass. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and Justin Cap, that's a good play, too. I mean, getting the pinch off the near wall right there on the roll-up, like, it got a little bit of space and time. And Ambrosia is just able to wedge that car right behind that ball and dig it off that corner right back into the middle. You said it. What a pass.
You think they miss Pirates right now? Do you think they look like
No,
they're missing
they're like,
Pirates at
whatever,
all?
man. We're chilling.
Yeah. Ambrosia playing pretty good for Northwood. What's with all this talent in Northwood?
It's not fair, man. Oh my gosh, he's still going.
Look at that. He's just trying
And
to
the
prove more
bump, is
and more.
Buddy going to score?
Is he trying out for a starting spot?
Oh, he is going to
Buddy!
score.
Nobody's replacing Buddy on this team. What a double.
Oh, look at Ambrosia just give Freeze a little nick on the way out of the corner. Justin Cap can't handle the float from Buddy off the wall, and Northwood stringed together a couple of nice plays there.
Wow. That was a... This has been a crazy opening 50 seconds. Okay,
It's
Northwood.
only 50 seconds.
What a challenge.
Oh, no.
Oh,
okay.
it's off the crossbar.
I was about to say,
Wait, Noxus
come on,
is there.
no.
Ambrosia?
What is going on?
He's got it. He's got it. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter how they touch the ball. It just goes into the net. What is that challenge, Noxus? Like, that's ridiculous.
Just hit the ball and good things happen, apparently, if you're challenging Virginia in your Northwood right now. It's just
Like,
insane.
Noxus literally just dove at the ball. And it's like perfect challenge pass to Ambrosia. It's like, okay. Sometimes Rocket League just falls that way, sure.
Even Ambrosia's approach on that shot was not perfect. He did not have a clean line to cycle back there. He had to get around that ball to put that in, and even still, you weren't certain if it was going to happen.
Now, here's the plus side for Virginia. Your classic caster comment. There's plenty of time left.
Yep, there is plenty of time. 3.5 minutes. I actually could not believe when you said, what a 50 seconds it's been. I was like, wait,
That's
we
why I
just
mentioned it.
started?
I was surprised as you. Oh, man.
Oh, man. What a game 4 this has turned out to be. And you are absolutely right. Virginia nowhere near out of it. 3 minutes is an eternity in this game, it can feel like.
It certainly can, especially if Freeze, well, couldn't quite get the flick out. And Northwood able to push it back to the orange half. There's no shots on net right now for Virginia,
nice.
but there's their first, and it's a beauty off the crossbar. Justin Cap trying to
Double
put it home.
tap.
Got the double. Can't get a triple. Andrew gets in the way of Nox's, and Ambrosia gets the full tank of boost, and Northwood get out scot-free.
Tight room, and not a lot of it was available to really get through there and score, but definitely an opportunity gone begging for Virginia right there. It was one that demanded perfection, and they were a couple millimeters away from that.
Now they've been able to get more poise. Haven't been spending a lot of their time in the orange half. Justin Cap tried to rip it over, but Ambrosia, who's really the MVP of Game 4 right now with some of the ridiculous plays that he's had. And Andrew flicks it over one. He might have a play here against Buddy. Oh, and he side flipped the wrong way. Almost got that dunk. Justin Cap gets a nice grab around the side, setting up a play, but Ambrosia steals it off the back wall.
Oh,
and Buddy
they're
gets it
gonna score.
downfield. Justin Cap gets in the way right before Noxus can get there.
Okay.
And is taken back.
They were going to score if Buddy didn't botch that, but he did. So that's
Definitely.
fine. Oh, he's
Yeah.
going for Noxus. Here he goes.
Ambrosia?
Oh, he wants a flip reset. He goes, no, Noxus, get off the wall. We're not doing that.
You know, his approach, I was like, I saw he flipped his car under. I'm like, oh, wow, he's going to get that flip reset. But then he missed it by like a wheel. Here's Justin Cap. Trying to go for the fake, but Buddy.
Ooh,
we got him. That was nasty.
Justin Cap. Nasty is right. You jump at the ball like that and you backflip. Oh, you've created all the space. And did he?
His
How
wheels
did
were
he-
up when he flipped into it.
He got that. It's that
wheel
interesting
popped up,
time.
yeah.
It's the interesting timing that happens when you jump, as all four wheels are pressing the floor, but your
Yeah.
car hasn't actually settled. And that's the timing that they got to score that one. Unfortunately for them, Buddy's going to take it right back. I mean, Justin Cap just made a beautiful play to give him a chance, and Buddy just said, "No, go back away. We're stay there."
Yeah, that's a hat trick for him, too. 3 goals off of 6 shots. It doesn't get much better than that. It's been I said Ambrosia was the MVP on Utopia, but I don't know, man. Buddy just keeps hitting the shots, and how can you not give the MVP to the hat trick? Justin Cap got the flip reset, but not nearly close enough to the ball. And you know what I feel like has killed Virginia the most in this match?
They're pre-jumping?
Well, no,
as in,
actually,
as
that's
in,
number two.
As in
that's
Northwood.
number two.
That was a THE''RE, as in Northwood are pre-jumping.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But I was also going to say Northwood's transition game have also killed Virginia the most. Like, they've been so fast down the field, and like Virginia just haven't been ready for it most of the time. Like they constantly have to retreat. The ball gets blown over the third man a little too much of the time. But when they do finally get on offense, they get good pushes like that.
Wow. What a game for multiple different reasons on both of these teams. Nope, you failed, Andrew.
Whoa.
Don't put that in the replay package. It's not at 0 seconds. It does not count. This one shouldn't even be registered as an official goal.
No. They missed an open net earlier. They missed an open net earlier. They didn't get this one. Yeah.
Andrew was trying to end the game at 0 seconds with that goal, and he could not do it. That one does not count.
Well, I count it. Andrew gets that goal, but Northwood win the match. And, yeah, that was about as clean as it can get for the most part. But also Ambrosia. I just want to talk about Ambrosia a little bit more.
That
might be a sub they go to more often if someone gets sick or something. You don't feel bad about Ambrosia coming in at all.
Yeah, no. You would not feel... I was a little concerned, thinking Virginia might be able to sink their teeth in a little bit more, but no, he went out there. He played an excellent series, slotted in wonderfully. And Buddy and Noxus, I mean, they did Buddy Noxus things, and Ambrosia's like, yeah, man, I'm here to help, and he did.
Well, this match was definitely one where, again, the Crossbar Recycling League came into action.
What a show. What a show from Virginia and Northwood for a bunch of different reasons in a lot of different ways. Ambrosia, a lot of fun to watch. Great go from Virginia. You put together an excellent series. It wasn't quite enough, but it was a lot of fun. And tell you what. Let me just make sure that I've got all my ducks in a row here and find out what's coming up next, because hang on, there we go, there it is. Wait, no, James, be nice. Okay, there we go, I found it. LSU versus Arizona, a CRL classic. You're not gonna want to miss it. You're watching CRL. It's the spring season of 2021.